So yesterday, late afternoon, I'm in my office at home doing show prep. And my wife is doing various things around the house, and she gets to that point. She's having a rough afternoon. You know, you just get there, you're just having a rough afternoon. And she came in. You know, I told her I love her and all that. And then a few minutes later, I get this email. It's through the show, and they get forwarded to me. And I am sitting at my desk, and I have tears coming out of my eyes because I am laughing so hard. I go, and I recognize this is something Christina will find funny. This will put a smile on her face. So I send it to her as I'm walking out to the kitchen, and she's starting to look at it, and I'm like, let me read it to you. And so I did, and I'm not kidding. There was a point at which towards the end she said to me, babe, are you hyperventilating? Because we are laughing so hard. Now, afterwards, we did the deep dive, and we had a discussion. Is this guy, you know, we pondered whether or not he's kidding, and if he is, by the way, he's brilliant. I don't believe that for a second, and he's not trolling. And Christina, because she's not capable of not being protective, ultimately did some research and is convinced that he's like manic or something, or he's going through an episode, or he's in a place. But either way, you have to enjoy. I mean, I honestly, bravo to this guy, and especially the close. He brings it at the end.
Okay.
I mean, the final sentence of this email is gold. I mean, I mean that. It's from Andy.
Hi, Andy.
Says, I'm writing to tell Rob that I hate you.
Oh.
But I've listened for over a decade. I'm not trying to be funny. I genuinely hate you.
Oh.
You're beyond arrogant. You know that you're... God damn it, I'm never going to do this. You know that you're a huge figure in the community, and yet you constantly use it without shame to get special treatment at car dealerships and restaurants.
What is going on?
You brag about having been to over 1,000 concerts when most... That's my career. You brag about having been to over 1,000 concerts when most people are lucky to go to one every few years. You make fun of people for sounding funny or not being able to write the perfect email. But I listened because you put on the funniest show I've ever heard, despite you being these things.
Oh, these are the reasons he hates you?
I know that sounds weird, but I can't tell you how many times I have laughed out loud specifically at something you said and then hated myself.
Oh.
Oh, no.
When you took your leave, it was bittersweet. I actually missed your stupid show, but I was glad you were suffering. And I was hoping this was the end. I don't care that you or any of your lackeys
Whoa!
Yeah! Lackey right here!
Yeah.
think that makes me small or bitter or an ass or whatever. Just let me finish. I didn't know we were interrupting him. I waited with bated breath Tuesday morning to hear you whine, make excuses, sound like crap, and hopefully announce that you were a broken man. And you didn't do any of that, which pissed me off. But I kept it on. And I had to admit that by the end of the show, my face hurt from laughing and I hated myself again. And I listened to the next two shows. And I have to admit that while you have shown your softer and more vulnerable side, you also sound more confident than ever. And while I hate that, I've also never heard you better. And I thought I should at least tell you that while I wallow in self-pity. By the way, don't make this a Dr. Rob letter and tell that Italian whore to keep her...
Excuse me, Sicilian?
to keep her condescending trap shut. I don't want to hear about how you'll pray for me and you hope I find Jesus and a baguette.
Did Jesus bring any wine?
This is funny.
Jesus and a baguette.
A baguette.
Just
I've never read that in the Bible, a baguette.
Just do your thing. Where you call me names or read this in a voice that makes me sound dumb, play some dumb noises, and tell everyone that Andy's are the new Brian. Hilarious. Oh, and then go home to that gorgeous effing wife of yours that you have no business with. Seriously. And here's the close. This is I lost it at baguette, and I tried to get through this line because it's a winner. F you. I hate you, but I respect how talented you are, and I hope the day you retire, you die on the way home and never get a minute to enjoy it.
Wow.
Damn.
Jesus Lord. Wow. See, I could see where you guys were thinking, okay, maybe this is a brilliant funny. Because there's some stuff in there where I'm
hey,
like,
you know
okay,
what?
is he having fun with us?
If he writes back and says, "I love you. I was hoping that would make you laugh," then he gets winner of the year.
Because he's complimentary in his hate.
I don't. But you know what? I don't want to believe that. Until I know otherwise, I am believing that is legit, and that is. I will be very careful on retirement day. That's for sure.